Hello, hello. This will be a Blitz game. 5-4. So let's see what kind of game we get. It's okay. It's normal stuff. Or at least for me. It's unnecessary to do a3 immediately, but I think I want to try it here. It's been a while. Usually nice to have the a3 square for the bishop. Defend the pawn, attack the knight. Maybe unnecessary to block this. No, I'm gonna use him elsewhere. This bishop will be closed in here for now. That's okay. Go with this. Let's put a pin on this pawn. Maybe it can be useful at some point. Rook is more active here anyways. Could push the a pawn forward, maybe get a3 for my dark square bishop, and possibly an a5 move. I have to watch out, he's gonna be moving his pieces to my king. I need to be ready to defend. Yeah, go with this for now. I think it's still okay. If he goes forward, then I'll probably just block the light diagonal, even like given this square. I might give up my bishop for this knight then, but he isn't doing that yet. So let's get this bishop out somewhere else. Connect the rooks. Might eventually end up switching later to this side once things open up. Shall see. At least there's some annoying pin here that he has to think about now. Does he want to fix it immediately or... Okay. The pressure is gonna be on my king. I might want to consider pushing the f-pawn. Start to open up the second rank. Just to let easier access here for my queen and my rooks to defend the king. Seems like it might be about that time. If I move the knight, the queen can go to g5. This puts pressure on e3. Stops my f-pawn from going forward. So that's a little bit annoying. Unless I just go all the way to f4, of course. But I was thinking f3. Maybe I'll just do that. Yeah. I'll try that. Should do something about this. If this knight moves away from the defense of this pawn, then maybe I can move the rook up here, since he no longer has c6. If he moves his bishop out to push the rook back, the question is, does that benefit me in any way? I don't see it yet. I would like to be able to use this for the rook at some point. Doesn't seem to be useful yet. Not down on time, as always. This is okay. Just have 4 here, I think. Now I might be able to get the rook out at some point. Have to watch out for the bishop, of course. Okay, backs up with the queen. Now I can move the knight back here. Yeah. Seems to make sense. Keep this diagonal blocked. The knight is now defended by the rook, so there's no doubling of pawns. So this pin is not too dangerous. But he brings his other knight in. I expect so. I can't do h3 unless I allow this knight g3 stuff to happen. So I probably have to let his knight go here if he wants to. So rook moves. Can't quite use this. Okay. Maybe I can start then by lifting the rook to increase the defense. Kinda want this knight to move. Okay, maybe I can push here now. I'm gonna try it. I don't have a lot of time. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. We'll see. Just see what happens. Okay. Keep taking. Of course he's not gonna take here. He's probably gonna jump in with a knight. Yeah, jumps in with a knight as expected. Now he's looking at e3. So I move the queen to defend, while still holding c3. I don't think she's overloaded yet. But it could be happening soon. Might end up in trouble. Not sure yet. Knight defends h2, and I always have g3 if I need defense from this rook. Now this knight stops my knight from going here, unless I want to allow a trade. Which might be okay. Taking here is currently a threat, I think. Maybe not a big one, but... Okay, what's he doing? Still think I can just take. I might maybe have trouble. Well, I'm gonna go for it. 1 minute left. He's probably gonna take the pawn on c3. Must have been his plan. Yeah. As expected. Now I have to block with the bishop if I want to keep the material. Problem is I probably get in trouble anyways. So leave this hanging. No, that would be silly. Okay, I'll go with this. I have to play fast now. I can't think more. Queen e1. Release this pin. It doesn't build up the pressure here. While still keeping defense on e3. He can take e3 right now. Oh. Whoops, he takes and attacks. Okay, he didn't see it. I may have just lucked out there. I'm not sure. Okay, this is a tough situation. Extremely tough. G2 is a big danger. H2 as well. It takes, I sack the exchange. Because I think I have to. The rook goes there, then I can take here. Throw in a check. Yes, he goes for it. I was hoping for this. Phew, okay. That's a resign. Okay, this was an interesting game. I did get in serious trouble. Probably should have lost. Maybe we look at it a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna go over the computer analysis of the game, just briefly. What my mistakes were and what I may have been able to do differently. And a little bit about how much time I spent on certain moves, especially those mistakes, actually. If you don't want to check that out, then thank you for watching the game. Hope you enjoyed it. Otherwise, keep watching. Okay, the computer analysis is done. Now, start by looking at this chart or this graph. You see the game is pretty even up until move 20 for black, and he loses, or well, he gives me an advantage after that. So that's the first noticeable mistake of the game. And then I end up giving it back, and then he blunders the queen. Yeah. It's a bit of a back and forth situation in the end. Very balanced here. It's a nice game. You can see here the overview of all the so-called bad moves in this game. I made 5 inaccuracies, 1 mistake, 1 blunder. The opponent makes the same amount of bad moves that I do, just more mistakes and blunders and less inaccuracies. Overall, more average center pawn loss within these mistakes. Okay. Oh yeah, there's one other thing here. Let's see. Move 20 for him is his mistake. 23 is mine. Followed by 25. Okay. Scroll through this. So yeah, this is his mistake. Okay. Kinda recognized that in the game. This seemed like a strange move to make. Here is my mistake, or actually this is my blunder. Computer suggests rook c2 instead. Probably because I can do rook c8 if he takes the bishop. I didn't realize. It completely just went past me. If I go there, then I don't drop this bishop and I actually threaten a discovered check, maybe checkmate patterns there if he doesn't open up some escape squares. Yeah. Yeah, so if I back up a little bit. Let's say if I block with the rook, he takes bishop, rook goes up, I threaten a discovered check with a mate threat on f8. Unless he has some escape square for the king by moving the queen away, or maybe he lifts the pawn first before I do this discovered check. You know, something like that. I didn't really realize how strong this could be there. Okay, so this is my first real mistake, or well, blunder, I mean. Then there was move 25. This one. Giving up e3 is a mistake. I should just have done rook takes b6. I was a little bit worried about rook takes b6, weakening the hold on the bishop. I felt like releasing this pin was more important. Maybe after the trades or the exchange sack on e3, I get the open d file, but of course he doesn't have to give that to me. He can either take with the pawn or take with the rook, and the queen never gets up here. Yeah. So these are my 2 main mistakes in the game. Okay. And then it's just the queen blunder in the end, so there's nothing more to look at. The move times. So I said 23 and 25 were my mistakes. 23 is my 3rd most expensive move in the game. But 25 I'm already running out of time. This one is it's a pretty bad move. I spent considerable time on it, and it's actually a blunder. So that's kind of bad. But otherwise, the game was pretty good. Yeah, I think that's all there is to look at here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Adios.